With the latest installment of the Alien franchise blowing up at the box office, we over here at Binge Warmers have decided to make the ultimate Alien ranking list. Now, this list is indisputable and the only correct ranking you will ever see on the internet. If you would like to change our minds, be sure to comment down below. But know this, you won't actually change our mind, but you will be interacting with the video, which helps us and the channel out immensely. So thank you for your support. Now, without further ado, let's see the ranking list. All right, well, let's jump into the ranking, you think?
Okay. Yeah, let's go. I guess let's start off with Alien. I guess we'll put it at number 1 right now since there's nothing to compare it to. But it's pretty good. Like Alien number 1, like I know you said
8, and we're ranking them out of each other, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like this will be a top 10 or top 8 or whatever. Yeah. Alien number 1. Just to say about it's pretty influential. Like it's next to Star Wars. It's probably like the most influential sci-fi movie because it's got like this dirty, grungy setting
and the actors didn't know how the alien was going to present itself. So when it pops out of that guy's chest, like I remember reading, like that was pure reaction.
Like, oh my god.
Yeah, they were like, what the heck is going on?
I do like that movie a lot. It's slow.
Yeah.
It's like I've heard it called a haunted house movie in space.
Yeah.
Because it's essentially just like we're locked down in this one location, like a haunted house. A ghost would normally seal the house, so the doors aren't working. You can't get out. In this movie, it's like
you're in space.
You're in space.
You can't go anywhere else.
You literally cannot get out of the ship,
which is terrifying.
Terrifying. Great concept for a movie.
Yeah.
Ridley Scott just recently came out. He was like, Star Wars made me depressed. I had to make a sci-fi thing of my own.
Yeah.
So we get Alien. Thank God we get it. It's a great movie.
It's good. It's a classic.
The design of the xenomorph, just H.R. Giger designed it. It was just top notch.
It's
so
funny
iconic.
now we're watching back. You can totally tell it's a dude in a suit. You know?
Do I?
You can totally tell it's a dude in a suit.
Oh yeah. But like they show it sparingly enough to where it's like not, it's not like you wouldn't notice, I guess.
Yeah.
Like it's not to the point where you're like, oh my god, it's like Godzilla. You know? It's like, oh, it's totally a dude in a suit.
Yeah.
But it's still pretty good.
No, I like it. So yeah, we'll keep that at number 1.
Okay.
But I think right off the rip, Aliens 2 beats it out.
Aliens 2? It's just Aliens.
Aliens. Yeah, just for continuity.
Do you know that whole story about James Cameron?
No.
The story goes, he walked into a boardroom and he was trying to pitch an Alien sequel.
Yeah.
Ridley Scott wasn't going to do it. So they're like, well, Alien was pretty successful. James Cameron walks in, he just writes Alien on a whiteboard, and then he puts a big $sign after Aliens.
Oh. I hate James Cameron.
He's okay. He's sort of a funny little guy.
He's so uppity, dude. he's like one of my least favorite.
Oh, come on. He's
directors,
all right.
dude.
He's all right. I think he is kind of a jerk. Like by all accounts on set,
he's got a high sense of his own importance.
Yeah. I think in Alien or Avatar.
Yeah.
The girl who plays Ripley, Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, I'm playing James Cameron in this, and if you watch it, she's kind of a twat. Like
she's
really like, she's doing what she does, and she's like a nice person, but she's like really over demanding and like mean for no reason.
I like Sigourney Weaver as an actress.
She's great. She really elevates the material too, so she's a good leading lady. Yeah.
So with that, I think Aliens beats Alien.
Aliens is like an action movie. It's like quintessential sci-fi action.
Yes.
It's
still got the horror aspect to it. But then you look down, like there's a time where they look back and there's like 8 aliens crawling after them.
Yeah, dude.
So, and then the guy just sells these. Oh man,
Game over, man.
It's like you take Shaggy, you put him as a space marine, and tell him there's aliens.
Dude,
you know what I mean?
What a great idea to have space marines, and we're shooting the aliens now.
Yes.
And there's more than one of them because like one of them destroyed a whole ship essentially. So like now we're going on. We got a bunch of them. We're like a nest of them.
Mm-hmm. And then you get the aspect of saving the girl, Newt. Which,
Yep.
Whew, I got pissed last night, buddy. I'll tell you that
3,
much. Yeah. So, but no, Aliens, I think, is a great sequel to Alien. Like, you always want your next movie to do better than the first one.
Yeah.
And not in a bad way. I think they both are good pillars of the Alien franchise, but Aliens knocks it out of the park.
Yeah, for sure. And you get that, like, whole, get away from her, you bitch!
Yeah.
There's more, like, focus on, like, maternity and, like,
there's a little bit of comedy in there, too,
Yeah,
just
for sure.
enough to make it, it helps.
It's realistic. I think that's what I like about Alien. That's a lot of what I like about Alien is how, like, lived in it feels.
Yeah.
How, like, real it could be. Like, it's just some sort of random alien found these people and stuff.
Yeah. I like it.
Total number 1. So we got Aliens, Alien.
Yeah.
And I guess by extension, Alien 3 would probably have to be number 3 right now.
Oh, for sure. Because my biggest gripe with the movie was that in number 2, she goes to such great lengths to save the little girl, Newt,
yeah.
and then she dies in the first 5 minutes.
It's like the most depressing opening to a movie where it's like, oh, especially if you're binge watching them, you're like, man, I love Newt. Okay, great. Now there's like mother and daughter kind of thing, and we're going to go throughout the universe and have more adventures. And then immediately in Alien 3, she drowns, bro.
Her and the Marine that lives from the second one, they're both dead at the start of number 3. And you're like, what is the point?
I don't think it's a bad decision in concept, but like ultimately, like give us the characters that we like from the first movie we saw.
Yeah.
Like not the first movie, but the second movie.
Yeah.
Like that's like Aliens is like it's peak.
Yeah.
So all the characters that we like should be coming back in the second one.
And it also at this point we mentioned it watching it last night. It's a little old.
Yeah.
The third movie, Sigourney Weaver is waking up out of hypersleep, dealing with some sort of alien. You know what I mean?
I think she was
3 movies in a row, dude. Come on, get some more original beginnings.
I guess like it makes more sense to me in. I mean, they all make sense in context, right? Like the first one, it's like, well, you dealt with an alien. Now we have all these aliens. We need your help because you're an expert.
Yeah.
And the second one, in Aliens, it's like, okay, we probably like there was a ton of aliens, so there's probably like a couple eggs on the ship or like a couple face huggers here or there, but like come on.
Yeah, come on.
Come on. It's the third movie. We can't think of any. She wakes up. She has to deal with aliens.
Yeah, right off the rip.
This is her whole life now. In the third movie, she says something like, I don't know. I can't remember life without an alien in it.
Like she was telling to the alien she wanted to kill him. Number 3, I think, was the first downturn.
Yeah.
Because it was not better than 1 or 2. It's not bad.
It's fine.
And I think that's what gave it the negative rating, though, is people were expecting even better than Aliens, and when it didn't, I think they were overly harsh on it.
But it's like you get that Fincher sensibility. Like you can kind of see how this led to like something like 7 or unless 7 was before this. I think it was after.
Could be.
Fight Club, like stuff like that, like that kind of dingy, sort of interesting, like like scum of the earth kind of angles. Like she's at a prison colony and they've like accepted God, but they're not. I think they're just kind of like
still
going
kind of
along
like it's easy to accept God when none of your temptations are there. You know what I mean? And that's what they were saying.
They were kind of saying like it was a cult almost, like it was like a religious cult almost.
It was a little bit culty. Yeah. Like the main guy, Dylan, I think his name was Dylan, the black guy with the glasses. He was giving off major Lawrence Fishburne vibes, by the way.
Yeah, kind of a Matrix-y
vibe.
I
like
Matrix came out later than this, didn't it?
Yeah, but he just commanded respect from everybody, and I really liked it. I liked him as a character.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Number 3 isn't bad. It's not 1 or 2. But it's not bad, So for right now, we'll keep it at 3.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Alien Resurrection.
I've never seen, so this is all you.
Gotta be 4. It's so silly.
It is.
It's I might like it more than Alien 3. Just because it's more different and it's like funkier. Yeah. But there's so much going on. It's like cloning and it's almost like the Jurassic World of alien movies. It's like, okay, we're cloning this thing. Can an alien, like, they said that in Jurassic World, can a dinosaur just be a dinosaur? It's like, can an alien just be an alien? Yeah. Now we're doing like alien human hybrids and like Sigourney Weaver's back, but she's kind of half alien too.
Yeah, weird.
It's weird.
She ended up dying again at the end of it, I'm pretty sure, right?
I think so. It's been a while. We were going to rewatch it last night, but
by that point it was like 1 a.m.
Yeah. Famously written by Joss Whedon, the director, and him had problems because he was like, "This is just a goofy, stupid, script or whatever." But it's fun. You got like you got a bunch of memorable people in it. Like Winona Ryder.
Yeah, Winona Ryder.
She's the alien, or she's the synth in that one.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then you got like
we didn't get a synth in number 3 too. That was a
now that we know of.
Yeah, we know of. I think the guy at the end was, but he had blood.
Well, she talks to Bishop from Aliens, but he's like a half. That was a good scene, by the way.
Yeah, that was really good for 92. Seeing that go on, I was like, they did really well with the scene.
I think it was because it was a full animatronic and the guy was just voicing it.
Like, but it worked.
Worked a lot. Who's the guy who plays Hellboy? I'm having trouble in
Ron Perlman.
Ron Perlman's in Resurrection.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, you get a bunch of like just cool people in that. It's a good one. It's fun watch.
Yeah.
Probably not the best. I think it's probably worse than 3.
Oh, okay then. Yeah.
But it's more like, to me, it's more interesting than 3. Because it's like more stuff going on. The guy that plays Chucky, I don't remember his name, Ray something. He's in it too. He's like trying to like make out with an alien at one point.
That's
just a bunch of weird junk going on.
Okay, so you think it's better than number 3?
I'm gonna put it. I think it's a worse movie, but I do think it's
more fun to watch.
I probably like it more, but I think it's a worse movie.
Okay, so it's 4.
4, yeah, I'll say 4.
So then we come to Prometheus.
Yeah.
The first iteration of Alien in the 2000s.
I think it's fine, honestly.
No, we were talking about it last night. Prometheus is fun until they put Alien at the end of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's also a little confusing until they put alien at the end of it. You know what I mean?
I would say just if we're doing like I feel like this is Ridley Scott's back.
Yeah.
And I think what we should have done was just like, hey, let's not talk about Alien at all. Like just because it's not. If you're not calling it Alien, it's kind of a mess. It's all over the place. It's like, well, it's an Alien prequel, but it's not really about the aliens. Okay, why are we doing it? Okay, well, just a cool world. We want to get more in the world. I understand that.
Like if you had gone completely into space jockey lore, and not had the aliens, that would have been a cool trilogy to go into. You know what I mean? Which it sounded like they were gonna do in the beginning, and then by the end of it, it just became Alien again. So
yeah, I think like we're saying like that brings it down ultimately. Yeah, like it could have just been Alien prequel, but we're kind of recircling back to this, and I think that's like a studio thing, maybe. Yeah, you know what I mean, like,
and that's where it gets the horror kind of is a little confusing because you don't have Alien as like the centerpiece of why everyone's scared and why everything's happening, but you also don't have like if it was a space jockey who was like slowly hunting down the crew, that would be a cool horror thing. But instead, we get this weird body horror, weird snakes in the goo horror, and none of it makes sense. You know what I mean? It's very disconnected from each other, in my opinion. There's not one central thing connecting all of them in a very like ideal way, to where it's a confusing movie, you know.
And I feel like okay, bear with me here, but like I think a lot of the reason this movie is disregarded is because it was that era where like everyone was nitpicking movies. Yes. Like I remember the Cinema Sins for this must have done gangbusters. This is probably the thing that like put Cinema Sins on the map. Yeah. Because it's like, oh, they're scientists, but they're not wearing any gloves. Yeah. Or they're breathing the air. Why are they breathing the air on this alien planet? Yeah. It's like, okay, I don't know. You gotta at some point it's a movie. Like you gotta check your brain somewhere at the door. Yeah. I get that it's like, oh, this is supposed to be science fiction, whatever. Like maybe some of these things wouldn't happen if like an actual scientist like went on this mission, but like these are kind of like dirty, gritty scientists. Yeah, you know what I mean? They're sort of just doing.
You got Idris Elba there. Yeah, I love it. You got Charlize Theron.
Yeah, it's a fun cast. Like they all do well. Like I think.
And Michael Fassbender as the synth dude. I love that.
And he comes back in a big way.
Yeah, he does.
But like, there's that whole thing where like the rock is falling this way and people are running this way, and they're not like running from side to side. That argument pisses me the hell off. It's why they did that? Because it looks cool.
And they're scared. When you're scared, you're not making logical decisions.
Yeah, yeah.
You got something falling on you. Yeah. Hopefully you make the right decision. You go left or right.
Just imagine these people watching The Wizard of Oz like, well, now a witch wouldn't die because a house fell on her. She's magic, right?
Yeah, like, how did she not see the house? It's a big old house. You can't miss it.
You're like watching Star Wars. You're like, well, the Force doesn't actually exist, so why is he using the Force? That's not realistic.
Yeah, yeah. It's
shut the hell up, dude.
Yeah. And I think it was YouTube was getting big. People were getting big on critiquing, and everyone loves a reaction and stuff. So
honestly, do think that's what like dragged this movie down. Because in the second one, we see some more of that same stuff. Yeah, but I don't think it's as big of a deal.
Well, I think so are we wrapping up?
Yeah, where are we putting?
Where do we put Prometheus? I think it's still better than maybe 3 and 4.
I would.
Or maybe in between 3 and 4.
I would say it's better than 4, maybe not 3.
Okay, so we'll give it 4, and 4 has been bumped down to 5.
Do you like 3 better than this though, better than Prometheus?
I think so.
Okay.
I think I do.
Let's do that then.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be Alien 1, Alien 2.
No. Alien 2.
Alien 2, Alien 1.
Alien 3.
Alien 3, Prometheus, Alien Resurrection.
Yeah.
Okay.
So far.
Alien Covenant's next.
Alien Covenant's good.
Alien Covenant was way more. It was what Prometheus probably should have been.
Yes, it was scary.
Yeah,
it was good lore-wise. We had the space jockeys. We had the proto xenomorphs. Yeah, we had Michael Fassbender as one of the most terrifying synths you've ever seen in the Alien universe.
So is that the one at the end of that one? Is that technically just a xenomorph at that point?
Yeah, I think so. Okay. Well, I think he was the next movie was gonna get the final iteration of the xenomorph, and then they canceled it. So. Yeah.
Well, he didn't do like there was an egg with a face hugger and the whole schlock. Shock?
Well, he put everyone to sleep. Because you think it's the good Michael Fassbender. Because they have another one in that one.
Huey or something different.
But then it turned out to be the bad one.
Yeah. That's a final. That's like a cliffhanger where she's like going to sleep in the cryopod and she's like, "You're gonna help me build that cabin, right?" And he's just like doesn't know what she's talking about. And he's like,
and she realizes that as she's falling asleep, she goes, "Motherfucker."
I love that actress too. I never heard of it. She's great. She's Fantastic Beasts or whatever.
Yeah.
She does a great job.
Yeah. And I like Alien Covenant. The only thing I was upset about was at the end of Prometheus 1. I love when it comes to science fiction, and I was rewatching one of our old videos. I love pseudoscience, exposition, all that kind of stuff. I wanted to see space jockeys. I wanted to talk to space jockeys. I wanted to get a whole lore dump on space jockeys and everything. And then we come into Alien Covenant, and he's just killed all of them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Okay, cool.
Dude, when that happened, I was like, oh, good, because like I wanted some idea of like what happened to the space jockeys.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, oh yeah, I sent them like a plague to kill all of them.
and killed all of them.
Yeah.
Bruh. Now we have no answers. We have no answers. You know what I mean?
The only answers we get are that like they created human life.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Then they didn't like. Oh, you know the lore behind why they wanted to kill humans, right?
Why?
So it's so funny. It gets biblical in nature. It's because we killed Jesus.
Oh, really?
So here's the thing.
Did Ridley Scott write this?
I don't know. It's just lore that I was reading on YouTube, so I don't know if it's a comic or what. I don't know if it's a comic book or what. But I haven't vetted this, but I just thought it was so funny.
Sure.
Humanity had rises and falls, and every time they'd fall, the space jockeys would come back and help them and stuff. So the last time they did that, they said, okay, we're going to take this guy, Jesus. We're going to take him back to our world, paradise. Teach him how to be the perfect being. So then they take Jesus, they teach him how to be the perfect being, they bring him back to Earth. And so Jesus goes with all these teachings about how to be the perfect being and stuff. They kill him. The space joggers are like, fuck you guys for doing that. You don't deserve to live. So then they created the goo that would wipe out humanity, and then the events of Prometheus happened.
That's really, really funny.
Is that not awesome? The headline was like, space jockeys want to kill humanity because we killed Jesus. And I was like, okay, now I've got to see what this is about. I've got to see what this is.
Jesus' whole thing, like, do unto others is...
Yeah, and people killed him for it. Yeah. Have you ever watched, have you seen, it's that one, Bad Omens or whatever?
Yeah, yeah.
There's a part where they're like crucifying Jesus and like, what did they kill? Oh, what did he say that made it so controversial? He said, be nice to others. And he was like, yeah, that'll do it.
Dude, I love that first episode where it's just like going through the ranks and
Yeah.
going through the ages and it's like all this stuff's happening.
But Alien Covenant, I think, is up there. I think it passes Alien 3.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
I would agree. So it's Alien 2, Alien 1, Covenant, 3, Prometheus, Resurrection.
Absolutely.
And then we get the new one.
Romulus.
The funky new one.
Whoo!
I think it's probably... I don't know if it's...
I think it's the best.
No, I wouldn't say it's the best.
I think it's the best.
I think it's better than Alien 1.
I do too. If the only... I think we're super biased with Alien 2, though, bro.
Aliens?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it's just so funny. It's such a classic. It's
like one of my favorite movies, I think.
Yes.
It's like up there in like top 5, 10 maybe.
But I think Romulus, in a good way, is better than it. You know what I mean?
But is it just recency bias because we just saw it?
Well, is it nostalgia bias that we were saying it with the Aliens?
Is recency bias better than nostalgia bias?
Which one?
I don't know. Okay.
And I love good graphics too. And since this is a newer show,
It looks a lot
it
better,
looks
yeah.
really good.
I mean, Aliens looks good too, though. There's not really
yeah.
a bunch of,
Yeah, Aliens looks
shaky-
really good.
Yeah. Okay, here's my thing though. Aliens is better because Romulus references back to it a good bit.
Yeah.
Like it's pretty much a mixture of Alien and Aliens.
It encompasses everything.
It does, but
it references back to Prometheus too, which I thought was really
Resurrection, all this different
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah. So I think that's my only reason for saying Aliens stays on top is because we wouldn't have Romulus without Aliens, you know.
True. Okay, I think I can see that.
Okay,
now. We may revisit it later, but I think for now I can be okay with that.
We've already got a spoiler review out, so go check that out.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going to say too much about it here since we don't, it's just came out, so we don't want to overdo anything. But it's good. Go watch it in theaters if you can.
Yeah. Okay, so final list then. So we've got.
Oh, we're missing 2 important players in the game.
Oh my God! No, I forgot about this. We're only doing the first one.
We can do the second one's going to be the worst one, I think.
Okay, only because it's going to be the worst.
Yeah.
All right, so Alien versus Predator.
I think it's surprisingly better than Resurrection.
I think it's better than 3 and Resurrection.
AVP?
Yeah, just because of the fun aspect of a Predator being in there.
I will say 3 is way more depressing and sad.
Yeah.
Like at least AVP has a little bit of action going on.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna get an alien fighting a predator.
Being in Antarctica.
The setting is good. It's like a nice kind of isolated setting.
Yeah.
I think the only thing is like it's not a great movie. It's just
it's fun. It's a popcorn movie.
But like again, like the lore and stuff doesn't really line up.
Yeah.
None of that makes sense. The predators are kind of nerfed a little bit.
Yeah.
Because the predators I know would just be wailing on those things.
Yeah, for sure.
But they're not bad. There's one that like stands out obviously.
Yeah.
And we need to make him like the underdog. So like the aliens are cool enough. They don't need to be like souped up or like.
So do you think Alien versus Predator is better than Prometheus?
They're about the same in my head, I think. What do you think?
I think it's better than Prometheus, just because it flows better.
Okay.
Prometheus is very disjointed.
Prometheus is disjointed. There's not as much going on as AVP.
Yeah.
It's more AVP is more fun to watch.
Yeah. So we'll put it above Prometheus.
Okay.
Below 3.
I fucks with it.
Yeah. Wait, did we put Prometheus in front of 3?
No, we put it behind 3, I think.
Okay.
So our list is going to be Aliens. Wait, yeah, AVP 2. Sucks.
Yeah, worst.
It sucks so bad.
You can't even see shit.
It's so dark. Why is it so dark?
I had the worst TV. It had like pixels and stuff on my TV. I thought that it was my TV, and then I came to school the next day, and you said, "No, that movie you cannot see anything."
Yeah, it's just dark. Yeah,
it's perpetually dark.
I do think there's some interesting ideas in there. There's like the Predalien, you know?
Yeah.
Because the aliens, xenomorphs, will take on qualities of the host. Yeah. So it's got the little like mouth thing going. You know what I'm trying? Like the predator mouth going on.
Like
but it's got that going on.
Probably the fangs.
They don't do anything with that. Thank you for the reference. That's good. Yeah, I don't think they don't do anything with that idea. Like it's not particularly intimidating compared to just like a normal.
I don't know
queen.
what they were even thinking of doing with Alien vs Predator 2.
There's a weird moment where like it breathes a bunch of like aliens into a pregnant lady. Remember that? Scene?
Yeah.
That
don't
was
like
pretty
that.
Gross.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here's what I don't like about it. Alien and Predator both are like these kind of interesting sci-fi concepts. In the first one, you know, they're in the jungle and it's like, oh, we're being hunted with alien, you know, and the aliens like all this, you know, classic sci-fi or whatever. But then we get to this and it's like it's like a Nightmare on Elm Street movie. It's like in the suburbs. What are we doing in the suburbs? Alien versus Predator should be like on a different. Like, it's on Earth. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
But like, have it on a different planet. Have it like really just like vicious and crazy, and like have a bunch more fights and stuff.
Yeah.
AVP 2 is a bad one.
It's a shit show. Easily the worst on the list.
If there was to be a direct to DVD like Alien movie, it's this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aliens.
Yeah.
Alien Romulus.
Yes.
Alien Covenant was number 3.
Okay. Yeah.
Alien number 4.
Pretty good still.
No. Alien 3 is next.
Okay. Alien 3.
And then Alien vs Predator.
There you go.
Then we've got Prometheus.
Yes.
Then we've got Alien Resurrection.
Yeah.
And then we've got AVP 2.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Putting this as an infographic is going to be very annoying, so I appreciate that from you.
Thank you guys for watching. We just reviewed Alien Romulus on the channel. Go check that out. It'll be on the right side of your screen there. Left side of your screen, our Ben 10 content. We just wrapped up season 1, and we are
series 1.
Series 1. Thank you. And we'll be going through something else soon. So check our poll on our channel. See if you want us to watch Teen Titans or Alien Force, and we'll see you in the next video.
Bye.